Well, you guys, we got the truck just about built. Now we're down to the last few steps. We're going to go ahead, install. Well, let me step back, guys. There's the motor we're using, the Hobbywing 5690 PNWrcmadness motor mount with the PNWrcmadness support brick. Check out the wire loom. Gonna run this Easy Run Max 5 version 2. This is what we're using to solder this huge wire. Track power goes up to almost 900 something degrees. Using solder with rosin core, COWRC solder mat, perfect pass, QS8 connectors. Guys, let's go. First things first, guys. If you're using 8S or more, I recommend you guys use QS8 plugs. These are actually perfect pass, and they are also spark resistant. So there's a little spark resistant. It's like a little spark right there. So these are spark resistant. So when you plug them in, they're anti-spark. You see that little pink ring in there? That means it's anti-spark. So spark resistant, anti-spark. Now, if you look at my box here, most of my stuff is QS8s, and then I have a few XT90s. I like to use these on my 4S packs, sometimes my 6S packs, but most of the time, guys, we're going to be using these QS8s. These are 8mm bullets, and they're going to be the least resistance for all that power you're pumping through your RC cars. I just want to start off by saying it's super important to have a decent soldering station. Guys, I've been using this soldering station for quite some time. Before this, I used a Heiko. I can't remember the brand, but it lasted me over a decade. Anyways, guys, this will probably cost you about, I don't know, a little less than $100 or right around $100. And, well, it gets up to about 900 degrees, so you can manually turn it up or down if you're doing small wire or large wire like we're going to be doing. Now, one more thing before you start soldering. It's important to have a chisel tip. If you guys have a pointed tip, the heat's not going to transfer very well, and well, the solder is just not going to lay down on the part very nice. Before you start soldering, you're going to want to grab a few things. First off, guys, is going to be this solder, and I don't use rosin core. I use this 6040 solder by Minitronics, and it has rosin core inside. And typically, guys, you guys are going to want to use some sort of helping hands or something to help hold the wire or the connector. I like to use this little deal right here I got from AliExpress, and or these pliers, or I like to use my crescent wrench. So I'm going to teach you a little trick. You're going to grab 2 male plugs and then 1 female plug. Grab your male and your female, plug them together. That way, when you start heating this, if it gets a little too hot, it's not going to melt and move this 8mm bullet. But with a little practice, guys, you won't need to use this. You'll get better and better with each time you solder. Now I just want to leave you guys one little tip here, or tell you guys one thing here. You don't need to fill up the whole entire well. Just make sure it's nice, it's in there nicely, and then it's not overflowing the sides. If it overflows the sides, guys, you will not be able to get your closing piece on there. Alright, so clean solder. And I just lay it on there until it starts falling inside the well. There we go. You don't want to move it. You don't want it rolling around. You don't want to create a cold joint. After you pre-tinned it, that's what it's going to look like. I have found that that is more than enough, and then once you put that 8-gauge wire in there, it fills up the well. A good way to tell if you're getting a nice clean solder joint or just a good tin is it's going to be nice and smooth and shiny and not dull. So once that dries, that'll be nice and smooth and shiny and not dull. That's a nice joint. So you guys want to solder up your Max 5 or your Castle Creations Cobra 5, and you want to do a really nice job. Well, after watching this video, guys, I believe you'll be able to do it. No problemo. You're just going to need to make sure that you have a sufficient soldering iron and the correct solder. Okay, so here we go. Check this out, guys. These tips on the Max 5 G2, they come pre-tinned. Just like that. Super nice. And, well, look at that, guys. They're going to lay in those wells really nicely. Underneath the ESC is going to be your jumper wire, some heat shrink, and some zip ties. Now, the jumper wire is also pre-tinned, but guys, I'm going to show you guys how to pre-tin wires that aren't pre-tinned already. So we have here a 10 gauge wire, and what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm just going to chop off the end, and I'm going to show you guys how to pre-tin your wires for soldering up your ESC. So first thing you do, just get yourself a nice clean end, and do not cut the silicone wrap yet. So just like this, keep the wire hiding inside the wrap. Alright, so this is super simple, guys. A lot of guys will take a wire like this and then they'll try to tin up the wire when it's out of the silicone wrap. Most everybody does it like that. I'm telling you guys, if you start soldering like this, you'll love soldering that much more. So clean tip, pre-tin your tip. Get that fan going. I'm going to go ahead and lay that chisel tip right down on the wire, guys. It's going to start heating up. And you're just going to feed the solder right down on the underside of that tip. And you'll see it start to bubble. And then that's that rosin core letting that solder soak down into that wire. Alright, that's about enough. Go ahead, take it off. I just kind of like to work it in there and make that top look nice and shiny, just like I was showing you on the connector. Awesome. The wire's cooled down. There's the flat end, guys. Check that out. That's the end we tin. So go ahead. I like to take about 3/16 of an inch and I just roll it on a nice sharp blade, guys, till it connects to the other side. And then look at that. Super nicely tinned wire, guys. I'm telling you, this is going to make life a lot easier when you're trying to put it inside like an XT90. Let me show you guys an XT90 plug. Alright, here we go. So here's our XT90 plug. They're a lot smaller, as you can see. So I believe it's like 6 millimeters. 6 millimeters and then 8 millimeters. And then look at that tin job, guys. Look at that. No frayed wires. It's all tinned up. So the reason you do that is, well, look at how nice and easy it'll sit right down in there. So not only are we going to solder up the ESC today, I'm going to install this wire loom. It's really simple, guys, and I'm going to show you guys how to put it on. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my soldering iron and I'm just going to burn the tips. That way it melts all the fibers together. Now, because I haven't figured out a way to measure this and actually cut it and put it on, I will cut it big and then I'll cut it once it's on the wire. And after you cut it, you're going to want to burn the tips of both ends. That way you have a fresh start for the next piece and it doesn't fray off when you're sticking your piece on your ESC. So go ahead, take your Chinese finger lockers and get it over the wire. After you get it on the wire, go ahead, cut yourself equally length pieces. I'm going to cut them all 3/4. And by the way, guys, this is 1/4 inch wire loom. You're going to go ahead and push that all the way down, and then you're going to use your heat gun to heat it up and then shrink it around the wire, being very careful not to burn anything. Okay, so in order to make this work, I haven't figured out a way to cut these exactly the right length, so I always leave them long. And then I go back, guys, and I use my soldering iron and I cut it. I cut it right where the silicone wrap ends. So come down here. You're not really cutting it, you're just burning it. And then it's also sealing up all the fibers so it doesn't come unwrapped. So check that out. So we cut it. And then what you can do, guys, another trick, because once you cut it with the soldering iron, it's kind of bulging and stick it out. You can take your same iron and just lay those wires down, okay? Kind of burn them back down. That flattens them out. The next step, guys, you're going to take your Chinese finger trap, and you're going to run it all the way down here. And now you're ready to solder on your QS8 plug. Once you got both wire looms cut, don't forget to put your piece on there, your cup, your end cup, and don't forget to put it on the right direction. So here's where my little dealy whopper comes in handy. Here's the trick. Don't forget your fan. Get your soldering iron nice and clean. Go ahead, tin the soldering iron. And this is where it's really important, guys, that you don't use too much heat that you melt the plug and ruin it. So I'll go ahead, tin the tip, and then I'll just let this rest on the wire, guys, not the plug. I forgot, guys, I gotta hold it with this. And I'm going to hold my tinned chisel tip right on that wire, and it's going to start heating it up. And as it's heating up, guys, I'm just going to put some solder right underneath the tip, and that's going to help the solder flow. And then just like that, guys. Nice solid joint. It dries shiny. Plenty of solder, plenty of coverage. Let me show you what it looks like. All right, so you don't have to fill up the whole well. The trick is just to get that whole entire piece of wire covered, and you want it nice and shiny like that. You don't want no overage, and you want your wire setting flush. That way you know it's sitting in the well nice and it's making good contact, and a nice patch of solder is all the way around the wire. And sometimes, guys, you're going to want to wear a glove because, well, I just don't like helping hands. I just like to use my fingers. So we're going to go ahead and glove this. It makes it tough because you can't hold the solder in the other hand, but we're going to get it. So lay it down. All right, so there we go. We got the first side of our jumper wire connected. All right, and that is what it looks like after you finish up your last joint. Go ahead and remove your clamp. You're going to lengthen all your wire loom. Just like that, guys. That's how you put wire loom on your ESC wires. There we have it, guys. Check it out. We got our QS8 plugs soldered up, and we also got the 1/4 inch wire loom on there. Beautiful, guys. Adds a lot of character to your builds and protects the wires, and it just looks really nice, guys. So that's going to end the video. Please do leave me a like, leave me a subscribe, leave me a thumbs up, guys. Leave me a comment, and I will catch you on the next one.